South Dakota lost significant experience from a defense that took a big step forward in 2021. The good news, according to fourth-year defensive coordinator Travis Johansen, is the Coyotes are better prepared to plug those gaps.
You know, the guys that we have brought in for very specific reasons fit faster, and they're watching guys that understand how to do what we're asking them to do, so they get a picture to look at where those guys in the past maybe didn't. So yeah, we feel really good about where we're at personnel-wise and where we're at in development of the program.
The biggest shoes to fill are those of Jack Cochrane, who manned the middle as well as any linebacker in the Missouri Valley Football Conference. Brock Mogensen played and learned beside Cochrane for the past 3 seasons. So in Johansen's mind, there is no man better suited for the task.
Mogi has always been in position where he can assume a leadership role. And as he slides the mic, and that's what we're doing with him, you know, there is a learning curve there a little bit. There's some things that are different. He's never been in that position, but he is more than ready to be that guy. He's playing really fast. He digests stuff really well. He sees the game fast. He diagnoses fast. You know, and now that we put, you know, Coach Hodge in the room with him, we feel like that's going to take his game technically and fundamentally to another level.
The next question is who will slide in next to Mogensen. There are a couple of candidates for that, including Stephen Hillis. The junior from nearby Hardington, Nebraska, has been a special teams ace at USD, but is vying for a more regular role.
Stephen's a guy that, you know, he is very exact like Jack. He's going to do exactly what he's coached to do. And so, you know, as he kind of grows, you know, it's kind of the balance of Mogi. You know, can he find himself in a little bit more of an instinctual role and slow his game down a touch so he can, you know, be that guy. But Steve's really good. Steve's a really good football player. You know, he was an Air Force transfer to us a number of years ago and has found his way, you know, from a walk-on position on scholarship and now, you know, in a position where he's earned and worked for to try and get a starting job.
Up front, Nick Gaes is working to build on a disruptive redshirt freshman campaign. Gaes' 7 sacks tied him for the team high last fall and also helped earn him a spot on the Valley's all-newcomer team. He's been slowed by a toe injury this spring, but has made the most of his limited reps.
Nick's a guy that can be as good as he wants to be. You know, Nick is a very, very talented young man, and he's got a lot of years left. You know, if his consistency in the playbook puts on that tape on another level, and it will this year with Coach Brown, sky's the limit. He puts himself in unbelievable positions a lot. It's the ones you look back on and say, if, then, if he can cross out those ifs, there'll be a lot of thens. You know, Nick can be the best defensive tackle in this league. I believe that. And so, you know, as his game continues to grow mentally, it's going to be. I expect really good things out of him.
While the secondary as a whole is a work in progress, Johansen has been especially pleased with what he's seen out of his safeties this spring. With E.J. Reed in his 47 career games out the door, the Coyotes need a new playmaker. Sophomore Jojo Ganes is showing all the signs of a guy that is ready to break out.
Jojo's playing at a different level right now than he was in the fall. You know, when we put Jojo at safety, it was 7 days before we played Kansas. You know, kudos to Coach Taylor. He leaned on me for a while, like, hey, I think Jojo could really do this. And, you know, we got in a kind of little injury bug situation, threw him in there that week, and the guy's played high-level football since. And since then, he's been dedicated as heck to the game, understands what we're doing on a different level, playing faster. He's got great weight on his body. He's exactly what you want, and he's showing it right now in spring ball.
Ganes, Gaes, Hillis, and Mogensen. 4 guys that have stood out in the spring and should help the Coyotes stand tall in the fall.